and all our very warm welcome to our most the greatest teacher of all, like Geshe Michael Ross. I don't know whether Geshe has already ready. Please welcome our teacher.
Hi, welcome back. I don't know, you guys already eating pizza. Grandpa didn't get pizza yet. Okay, but we do this. You guys look very good. I'm happy that you're eating pizza. Salvina, I like the pizza hat. It's a very good. Oh my gosh, Cynthia, that's not a pizza. That's like a, I don't know. It looks like a spaceship. Anyway, welcome back. So again, I congratulate you on your graduation. Boy, that was a hard term. And I don't know, I'd like to thank all the professors here. The professors here, they all went to bed this morning and tried to get some sleep. You know, they're completely exhausted. And but I'm very proud of the meditation course. I think it's one of the best meditation courses in the world, really. And I'm glad that you guys learned it so well. By the way, we had Ellie's birthday party last night here, and we watched no talking. We watched we watched your guys' presentation of your diamond mining, and I have to say it was very good, very, very interesting. And there's lots of I think there's lots of things there we can use in the real life. So what can I say about this course is I don't think you guys know. Maybe something I'd like to say about the course is that it changed a lot. So you know, I first wrote it about you guys got to be quiet over there, please. I wrote the course about how many years ago? 8 years ago. And at that time, DCI was pretty young company, and we weren't that organized, and I just kind of putting ideas down into the manual. And now when we go back to it, the manual was changed a lot and was organized a lot. So I encourage you guys, again, I told you before, but I encourage you again, get the manual, maybe even print it out. And I like to keep one in my kitchen. You know, I keep one next to where I work. I keep some mixed nuts books, and when I have time, when I have some free time, I'll just pick it up and I'll just start reading it. I'll just start checking it, you know. And I like to do like that birthday custom, like it's my birthday. And I will take that book and I will open it up. Hi, I like the young boy. He looks very, very nice. Yeah. I like to just pick it up like it's my birthday. And I open it up and I just read one page and I think about the meaning of it. And that's how I kind of start my day this way. So I encourage you guys to keep the manual next to you. And I was thinking a lot about the first year that I learned to meditate. It was 1973, 1974. Salvina wasn't born yet. And and I remember the first year I was meditating. And a couple of things to talk about it. I was finishing my degree at the university, and actually I only had to take 1 or 2 serious courses left. I came back from the Himalayas, and I have to work for 4 or 5 months and finish just 1 or 2 courses, but they require that you take 4 courses. So I had an extra I had an extra course, and I decided to take Indian music course. and somebody was teaching at Princeton Indian classical music, and I was already playing concerts in India in public, and I thought, well, that would be an easy way to take that course, and I can finish my degree, because I already know Indian classical music, and I don't have to spend any time. So I took the course, and then something happened to me. I didn't have any money at that time. I just came back from India. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a place to stay. And I met one of my old teachers in a cafe. And he said, "Oh, welcome back," And I said, "Yeah, I just got back this morning." And he was very strange. He said, "Do you have a place to stay?" And I said, "Actually, no, I don't have a place to stay," And he said, "Okay, you come and stay at my house for 3-4 months, and you can stay at my house. And just twice a week, you have to be a babysitter. You have to babysit my 2 kids. This one boy is 2 years old and one boy is 4 years old." So I said, "Okay, I can do that. I will babysit your kids." And he said, "You can have a room in our house." They had 3-story house, and the 3rd story was empty. And they said, "You can stay there." So okay, I start to work. I didn't have any money. I have a truck job. I'm driving truck, okay, for the university to make money. Ellie, you know why? When you deliver food to the university restaurant, you can sneak in the dining room, you can eat, So every morning I delivered the food to the restaurant in the truck. And then I go inside, they allow us to have a meal, So this way I survived, And it was a pretty nice arrangement. And I just have to finish a few courses, and then I will graduate. And then I can go and stay in the Mongolian monastery. But something happened. I was meditating really, really well. And the meditation was really, really strong. And I had just learned how to meditate. And I was trying to do an hour every day, 1 hour every day. And I tried very hard not to move at all. I tried to get into the meditation position and don't move at all. Completely don't move at all, And it was going really, really well. I noticed it was going really well. And I don't know if you guys had this experience, but my heartbeat was really loud. Like when you get very, very quiet in the meditation, then the heartbeat becomes very loud in your chest, And I was going, wow. I was like, wow, that's interesting, because I never meditated before. I just learned when I was in the Himalayas, and then later the place was so quiet. I could hear the air molecules. What do you call it? The molecules of air hitting my eardrum. So I could hear tick, 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 and it was very interesting. It was very, very good meditation, very deep meditation. And then I realized I want to go deeper. And I was too busy, I was finishing all my classes in the university. And I wanted to go deeper, but I also made a promise to my teacher. I promised my teacher, my meditation teacher, I promised him I will finish my degree. I will finish my degree. Actually, I was thinking not to finish, but I promised my meditation teacher. So then I thought, well, I want to go deeper though. I want to go deeper. And I looked at my schedule. I was looking at my schedule. And I realized I'm too busy, you know, I have too much things on my schedule. And I realized if I want to do more than an hour meditation, then I'm going to have to stop something. You know, I will have to cut something. You know, so so I actually it's the first time I failed a course. I went to the university and I said I quit. I want to quit one of my courses. You know, I don't have time because actually my meditation's going very good. I want to focus on it. I didn't tell them that because they are paying for my scholarship, and so then I said I have to drop a class, you know, and I never did it in my whole life. And they said, "What class you gonna drop?" You know, and I said, "Well, I'm taking Indian music class. It's not important for my degree. You know, I have enough credits. I would like to drop the Indian music class, you know." And they said, "Okay, you can do." You know, and I said, "Can I keep the scholarship money?" They said, "Yeah, that's okay. You know, if you're too busy, it's okay." And then my meditation got better and better. And then I remember the two boys, 2 years old and 4 years old. They used to come up to my room. They are a little bit naughty boys. One is naughty, one is nice, actually. And so the naughty one is the older one. And he brought his little brother, and they sneak off the steps. And I remember I was meditating in my room. And every morning they will come, open my door. They will come in, you know, to my room. And then I had a really interesting inspiration. And that's why I mention it to you, because now your real work starts. Now you have to really become a master meditator. And I had an inspiration, and I didn't move. So the boys were sneaking into my room, and I didn't move at all. I just stayed in the meditation, you know. But I could hear them, and they're walking around me, and they used to come up every morning. They would come up, sneak up the stairs, and my eyes were closed, but I could hear them. And they would walk around my room. They would touch things. Very funny. And I would just stay in meditation. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a good example for these boys. You know, I will stay in meditation, and I won't let them stop me. You know, and you can guess what happened. After about 3-4 days, they start to meditate with me, you know. So I cannot see them. I'm not looking at them, and I'm just meditating. And these little boys, you know, they will sit down next to me, and they start to meditate with me every morning. And I didn't talk to them, and I didn't say anything, and it was very beautiful. And it helped those kids a lot, you know. And I never talked to them during that time. I just meditate, you know. And I had a professor, Japanese Buddhist professor, and he lived nearby, and he told me a very beautiful thing. He said, if one person is really meditating every day, you know, if one person is really meditating every day, it slows down the whole family. So if one person in the family decides to meditate, then it will slow down the whole family. And he even taught it in the class. He drew the meditator, and then he drew the family, and then he drew the community, and then he had all these lines. And this is some Japanese Zen tradition from the Tang Chao, just after the Tang Dynasty. And these are the great meditators from the Tang Dynasty who came to Japan. And he used to translate that poetry. He was a very great translator. And then he said, if the one person in the family, if they can keep their focus, and if they can keep their meditation practice, and they don't break the practice for anything, even people are running around, people are making noise, little kids are walking around the room, you just keep in your meditation, hold your meditation. And then it slows down the whole family. It affects the family. And then it affects the community. And he said that. And I thought, wow, okay, let me try, So I never broke my meditation. And then there was a big problem. There was a war. And Vietnam War was going at that time. And I decided to try to help the refugees from that war, and both sides. And Princeton, the students are all very wealthy. Most of them, I wasn't wealthy, but many of them are wealthy. So we made a agreement with my truck company. I said, can I borrow the truck once a week? We call open bed truck. There's no roof. The back is open. And I said, can I borrow the truck once a week? And they said, why? And I said, well, I want to help the people who are suffering in the war, the refugees. I want to help them. So I'm going to collect clothing, And it was springtime. And these rich kids, they're so funny. They're so wealthy, they throw out the winter coat. They don't want to keep it during the springtime. They want to just throw it out, And it's new. It's all brand new. It's like, I don't know, $300, $400 coat. And so I made a big advertisement. If anybody has the coat, they're going to throw out their winter coat or any clothes from winter, I will drive the truck under the dormitory. The dormitories are like 5 stories high, 6 stories high. And I will honk the horn at 8 o'clock. Then you throw your clothes out the window into the truck, Try to throw in the truck, And so I go to the student dormitory and the truck is open and I honk the horn. And all these clothes that's coming out the window, many stories high, and lots of clothes coming down. And then I needed money to send the clothes to the war, to the country where they're having the war. And I didn't have any money. And so somebody told me, why don't you play a music concert, And you can charge money. And we can use the money to send the clothing to the refugees, So I was like, wow, that's a good idea, And I found a drummer, Indian drummer, and I played the sitar, and we did a concert at the Princeton Art Museum. It's a very beautiful auditorium. Very, very beautiful. And we played a Indian music concert, and everyone gave a lot of money, and we got a lot of money to send the clothes to the refugees. And later, I thought, wow, that's a big part of my meditation practice. The reason my meditation is so good is that I'm helping the people in the war, So I think nowadays we have the same chance, we have the same opportunity, and it's very good for your meditation. It's a very good combination, Like keep your meditation very strong, very, very tight every day. Don't break it. And then at the same time, find some extra time to do some work for. There's 2-3 million refugees now, so let's see if we can help them. I think DCI is such a strong company. SCIM is such a strong company because of our professors, because of our students, because of our organizers, because of our management here, such dedicated and strong people, that I think our company is big enough to help people. We can do a lot more. We have the power. We have many strong people. We have many young grandpas, grandkids. You guys are young, and we have lots of power as a company. And as a college, we have a lot of power. So in the coming weeks and months, I hope you will help me and Seiji, and maybe we can help other people in the world. And I encourage you guys, be creative, that's why you're part of SIM, let's be creative. We could hire people that they're very talented refugees. These are not usual refugees. These people are from cities. These people are business people. They are professional people. And they can work, We just have to find a way to organize work for them. And we are such a strong company. And we have such a strong students. We can help the refugees. We can do it. I think we can find ways to help them. So I'm saying that because that's your meditation practice, right? This is how to make your meditation practice strong. And I had that personal experience. Okay, last part of the story. After the concert, the professor of Indian music came to the concert. Then he came to me. He said, "My God, you're already playing classical music concert." He said, "Why you quit my class?" He was upset. He said, "You can play. You already know how to play. Why did you quit my class?" He was a little bit upset. And I said, really, I love your class. It's a good class. I learned a lot. But I need to keep my meditation practice. I don't have time to do my meditation practice and your class. I have to cut one. I just don't have time. And I'm sorry that I have to cut the class. And he laughed and he said, "Wow, I think I give you a A anyway." He said, "I will give you an A anyway," because that's really what you said is very beautiful. That you cut the class because you want to do your meditation. That's real Indian music. That's the real Indian music. And so he gave me an A. He gave me credit, and so that's the story. Let's help the refugees. Let's do what we can. Okay. All right. I'm open for. So that's the kind of commitment you have to make, and it will affect your children. It will affect your family. It will affect your charity work. And so keep up your meditation. Protect your meditation. And if you protect your meditation, it will affect the other people around you. It's an automatic way to help the people around you. Okay, questions and answers. Mr. Mendoza.
Okay, Geshe-la. The first question comes from Ying Liu, and she's asking, regarding the Golden Room meditation, I want to be the best version of myself. Can I achieve this through this meditation? And what makes this possible?
Oh, good. Yeah. Again, oftentimes when people ask you a meditation question, I think it's a good thing to go to the object, right? So did you notice we didn't emphasize, oh, there's three kinds of meditation: review meditation, problem solving meditation, fixation meditation. We didn't teach it that way. I'll give $100. Anybody tell me how we taught it? $100. I'm watching. Huh? Yeah, Olga. God, you always get the money, Olga. Ah, yeah. Olga Van Dyck. Yeah. We taught it by the object, right? We taught it by the object. We didn't teach it by we didn't say, oh, by the way, Olga, to collect the money, you have to contact the birthday girl. Okay, you have to contact Ellie. She will not send you the money. You have to ask for the money from my banker, okay? And she can send by PayPal or whatever. Yeah, so we were talking about selecting your object, and then that defines the meditation. Select your object, and that defines the meditation. And in the Golden Room, the object, of course, is one of your teachers. And this is a fun selection process. You know, it's like a vote. And to me, it's a lot of fun. You can choose somebody who taught you in your life, okay? And your greatest teacher in your life is your mom and your dad. You know, the school taught you a lot, but come on, your mom, your dad taught you how to talk. They taught you how to put your clothes on. I remember my mom teaching me to tie my shoe. You know, do you remember your mom teaching you how to tie the shoe? Like first, when you're about 6, you have to go to your mom. Mom, can you tie my shoe, please? And then my mom teach me how to tie the shoe. And I'm like, wow. And from that time, they are your teachers. So you have a very powerful meditation object is your parents. And then I like to go through each class of my education. First class, Mrs. Melvin. Second class, Mrs. Evans. Third class, Mrs. Harris. Fourth class, Miss Fowl. Fifth class, Mrs. Butts. Sixth class, Mr. Bloom. Like that, I will choose one class's teacher, and I will thank them during the meditation, you know. And so I will, all the way up to my university studies, my Geshe study. I have 12 teachers of my Geshe study. I will thank them one by one. I will do meditation on each one separately. So that's a very powerful one. You can choose the teacher which you already have. And among the teacher, maybe there's the one who's a heart teacher. Heart teacher means who's the teacher who helped you the most in this lifetime? Okay, who's the teacher who taught you the most important things in this lifetime? You can call your heart teacher. Now, sometimes we can say, look, I don't have a heart teacher. I didn't meet them. Yeah, there's a song by Bjork. I love you, but I didn't meet you yet. It goes like that. I love you, but I didn't meet you yet. You know, it's about the boyfriend she didn't meet yet, but she loved him already. So you can meditate about your future heart teacher. If you didn't meet your heart teacher yet, you can imagine your future heart teacher, and you can do that way. You know, nowadays, because we're working so hard in the mixed nuts, and we are working on 27 translations at the same time. Yeah, Janice said the girl who's singing about the boyfriend is planting him. Yeah, that's good. If you, you know, you guys did diamond mining, and I was very happy with your presentations. I was a little bit upset. More people use Stanley's book than my book. Stanley told me, "Don't worry, Geshe-la, it's because your book is too hard." Maybe. Anyway, I was a little bit jealous. But you can, don't forget, you can go to the Golden Room with those great ancient guys. You know, you can sit with Shenzang, you can sit with Asanga, you can sit with Stanley Vasubandhu. You know, you can sit with those guys. You know, oh Geshe-la, I don't know what they look like. That's okay. They look like hippie. Okay, they live in the mountain in the cave. Definitely, they don't have a DCI ties and high heels. Okay, but they are ordinary people, common people. So I love to. I have one named Chone. I love to bring him to the Golden Room. Okay, so if I wanted to encourage you to think about the Golden Room, I think these are some choices you have. The teachers in your life, starting with your mom and your dad. The mom and dad are always valuable meditation object. And then other teachers in your life, the ones who maybe your AP of your on-stage workshop group. And then I enjoy bringing some of those ancient masters into the Golden Room, you know, and I personally, I get a lot of energy from them. I get a lot of power from them. I think they are real. And I think if you bring them to the Golden Room, you will find out. So the purpose of the diamond mining, it's not just to learn information. You are also learning about your great grandpa and your great grandpa and grandma. You know, you are learning about the great teachers. And I encourage you to make a personal relationship with them in the Golden Room. And they will come and they will sit with you, and it will be very powerful. Okay. All right, next question.
All right. The next question comes from Royan, and she asks, Dear Geshe Michael, if everything that has a start has an end, does this mean that wisdom also has a start and an end? Since there is no such problem not coming from our seats, then there must be a method that we can use to prevent this ancient wisdom from getting lost.
Yeah, wow, good question.
What can we do to make sure wisdom doesn't fall into this start and end cycle?
Good, great question. Great question. And I actually enjoyed your presentations a lot because you actually did use Stanley's book a lot, Vasubandhu's book. And that book is very dear to me because it's the first book I studied with my main teacher. And I studied that book for 12 years. I memorized almost half and forgot it quickly. But some of it I still remember. And in that book, I worked for 12 years on that translation. It was a lot of work, hard work. It's very old, almost 2,000 years old. Stanley taught you the easy part. Stanley chose the easy part for you guys, but it was very difficult for me. And my teacher couldn't speak English very well, and it was a very difficult 12 years I spent with him. Then in the 12th year, we reached the end of the book, and I thought, wow, oh God, I'm so happy. After 12 years of work, we are reaching the end of the book. And then the last part, which Stanley knows, the last few sentences are super depressing. Oh my gosh, Then I thought, oh, when I reached it, it's like when you graduate from SCIM level 3, you're having pizza, you're having silly hat, you're having some fun, you know. I thought, oh, now maybe my teacher will be relaxed a little bit. He never relaxed with me. He always tough to me. And I thought, wow, you know, we're gonna have celebration. He reached the last page, and in the last page, Vasubandhu say that this teaching will die in the world. This teaching will die in this world, you know. And I'm like, what? You know, that's just so depressing, you know. And then he said, let me depress you more. Let me give you more depression, you know. Then I'm like, what? And he said, well, I'll tell you how it's going to die. First, the wisdom will die in the hearts of human beings, okay? First, the wisdom will die in the hearts of human beings. Nobody will remember what is Abhidharma, you know, what are the teachings of Abhidharma? What's the 22 powers, which your teacher only gave you 14? I think he should give you a refund. Yeah, it's a kind of, you know, he said, Vasubandhu at the end of the book, he said, people will forget this wisdom. There will be, in the future, the last person in this world who remembers this wisdom. And that's called Tokpetemba. Tokpetemba means the wisdom in the hearts of people will die first. Then later, Lungitemba will die, okay? The books will die. The Mixed Nuts translation, Rosa's books, Ellie's books, you know, the last copy will be lost in the world. And, you know, somebody will erase it by accident because it's only on the ebook now and there's no physical books, which is very dangerous, by the way. And the books will die. And the last library will close and they will throw, they say, what is this book? Oh, this is called Abhidharma, Vasubandhu. What's the meaning? Nobody knows. Throw it out. Why we pay for this? You know, just throw it out, you know, and somebody will throw out the last copy. You know, Cero, Stanley, Cero. So what's it mean? Cero, low, at the end of a verse in the Abhidharma. They say, yay. Hey, Stanley just won the $0 bet. In the Abhidharma, where JB, Connie, where are you? I can't recognize it. They're at their house? Yeah. They look like they're in Hollywood or something. Yeah, but the last word of the Abhidharma, they say, look, if we don't work hard, it will disappear. If we don't work hard, it will disappear. If we do work hard, it will survive, okay? If we do work hard, it will survive, okay? If we pass it on, like you guys said, Joyce said, if you keep passing it on and you share it with other people, then it will survive. That's what SCIM is for. That's why we built SCIM. That's why John and Connie built this building. Thank you. To pass on this wisdom. As long as you teach your children, you know, meditate in front of your kids, okay? And as long as you are a good mom and you're a good dad, and you teach your kids the pen, and the best way to teach them is in the kitchen with the second husband. As long as you are learning and practicing, it won't die. It will not die in this world. It will not die. And by the way, once you understand the pen deeply, you cannot forget it, okay? You cannot forget it, okay? Once you understand the pen deeply, even if you become senile like grandpa, or even if you die, it will stay with you. Okay, so if you can try to understand, okay, I'll teach you that. That the pen is coming from seeds, right? And the pen is coming from seeds, but the mind which sees the pen is also coming from seeds, and we don't talk about that much. It's too confusing for DCI clients. We don't talk about it much. We don't say the seed itself is coming out of the seeds. We don't say that. It's too much confusion for the student, right? We just teach them the pen. It's coming from seeds in my mind. Everything's coming from seeds in my mind. Sometimes you find a very intelligent student, they will say, oh, that means the seed is also coming from the seed. And you say, yeah, that's true. The seed is coming from the seed. And that's what we studied in Grandpa's diamond mining classes, that the seed is coming from the seed. Why is that important? If you understand that your understanding is coming from seeds, if you understand that you have to help the refugees to have good meditation, if you understand that the mind is coming from the seeds, if you understand that, you cannot lose that understanding. It's very interesting. You can forget the pen. You can forget that the pen is coming from seeds. You can, oftentimes in the kitchen, you can forget, right, in 1 minute that your partner is coming from seeds. Object is coming from seeds. You can forget it sometimes. But once you understand that the perceiver, the mind, the refrigerator is coming from seeds, and the seeds are coming from seeds, by the way, which is another reason they have to be neutral, then you cannot forget that you cannot lose that wisdom. It's not possible, okay? It will affect you even after you die. It will protect you even after you die. It's very interesting. So that's why it's important to think about those deeper questions about the refrigerator and the seed. And that's why in the upcoming China Soft Power program, Grandpa's going to emphasize how to study the seeds, what creates the seeds, how to protect the seeds, where the seeds come from. And I think everything I teach in the China Soft Power program, it leaks into the future advanced level. I think so. Okay. So maybe advanced level 2 research was paid for by Stanley Nelson. By the China Soft Power program, really. I encourage you. That's how I usually work every year. I translate the new books with the mixed nuts and Nick Lashaw, Professor Nick. And then second step, I put the sexiest things in the China Soft Power program. And then the third step, I use the important ideas for the next advanced level, which is 6 months after that. So I encourage you to think about where the seeds are coming from. And I encourage you to think about that the seeds are coming from the seeds. And if you understand it deeply, you cannot forget it, even if you die. Even if you quit DCI, you cannot forget it. You cannot lose it, okay? All right. And you can appreciate that if you study the Wheel of Life and the 12 parts of cause and effect, and the new book coming out by Sugang Shi, Professor Sugang. His book should come out in about 4 months, I think, and about the Wheel of Life. And then if you study his book, it's almost impossible to lose it is impossible to lose the wisdom after you understand where the seeds come from. Okay, other question, you guys.
Yeah, the next question comes from Lisha Kui. Is litigation a form of competition? As a lawyer, can I represent the party performing a lawsuit?
Wow. I'm sorry, what was the first word? Is
Litigation.
litigation. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, that's a great question. So I don't know, I'll do it this way. In my diamond business, uh, you know, we had thousands of workers. And of course, you're going to have some litigation, you're going to have some lawsuits. Some workers unhappy, they will make a lawsuit. And I remember one worker, they made a law, we fired them because they were not working well. And they were American black person. And we fired them. And we had many black people who were very successful. We had a vice president who was a black woman, but we fired them because they weren't working well. And then they made a lawsuit, against the company. And then I also have the same question in my mind, DCI, our principles are to stop competition in the world. And we are against the idea of competition. And we are doing that for 12 years. Somebody asked me, what's DCI doing to help this situation in Europe? And I said, well, we didn't start last week. We started 12 years ago to help the situation in Europe, And that's when we started to help this situation, was 12 years ago that we started to talk about these ideas. It's important to teach people about the problems of competition before the war starts, before the international competition starts, before people are competing for land or money or anything else. It's important that there exists in the world people like DCI, people like SCIM. It's important that we are preparing people's mind for the wartime later. So we are doing 10 years ago. We started helping the refugees 10 years ago. We are trying to change this thinking about competition. If that thinking changes, there cannot be war. Well, Geshe-la, does that mean in the diamond company, did you go to the lawsuit or not? Or you just pay $1 million, What did you do, And I said, no, we fought it, like a tiger. What's this year called? Lao? Pu? Hu? How do you say year? Nian? Hu Nian? Hu Nian? Yeah, we were like who? We were like tiger. We fought that lawsuit like a tiger. And we won, by the way. And if the lawsuit is proper, if the person is making an improper lawsuit against you, that's fine to fight like a who. That's fine, like a tiger. That's fine. Okay, that's not a bad thing. That's just the pursuit of truth. Actually, you are just trying to find the truth. Yeah, hey, you guys want to know how we won the lawsuit? So in New York City, we have a 12-story building. We have 800 people working in New York City. I hired most of them. Guess how many Americans? 2 out of 800. 2 Americans. Okay. Everybody else, Mexico, China, Vietnam, everywhere, Philippines, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, are everywhere, So when the police came, and the lawyers came for the lawsuit. We didn't have to talk anything. They accuse us of what do you call bias, right? Racial bias. And then I said, you know what is our defense? How are we going to fight this lawsuit? Walk through the building with me for 10 minutes. Come with me through the building for 10 minutes. You lawyers, you judge, come with me. And we walked through the building. I said, if you find one American, you tell me. And they found only 2, out of 800 people. Then they throw out we won the lawsuit. So that's not a competition. I don't think so. Especially if the lawsuit is false. I think you have to. There's even a bodhisattva vow. If someone accuses you falsely, it's your responsibility to defend yourself and clarify the situation. Okay. All right. Other questions, Seiji?
All right. The Golden Room meditation, we talk about our heart teacher. How do we know when we have found our heart teacher?
Yeah, I asked my teacher that also. I asked my teacher the same question. I remember. And I was lucky because I live with my teacher. So it's so convenient. I didn't have dictionary. I didn't need a dictionary. When I have a question, I just go ask the teacher, And so I also was thinking, I asked him, are you my heart teacher? Here's my heart teacher. Here. I got a song for him, by the way. Maitri's here. So I asked my teacher, are you my heart teacher? And he said, I don't know. You know. And I said, well, tell me what's the definition of a heart teacher, because I'm not sure you are my heart teacher, You are definitely my main teacher. Hi, Maitri. Maitri and me, we talk like this. Hey, Maitri. So he said, I'll give you the definition of a heart teacher. And I said, what? And it's what I mentioned before. Your heart teacher is the person who helped you the most in your life. Okay, the one person. What? Maybe Maitri's mom. See you later, heart teacher. I think he's Noor's heart teacher. So yeah, the person who helped you most in your life. And I had a difficult time because I live with my teacher from the Himalayas. I lived with him in the same house for 25 years, and he taught me every day for 25 years. And I thought, oh, he's supposed to be my heart teacher, should be my heart teacher. And then he said, well, not necessarily, you have to meditate about it. You have to go meditate about it. And in your meditation, you ask yourself a question, who's the person who helped my inner life the most, who helped my inner life the most in my life, and so he said, maybe I'm not your heart teacher. And I felt a little strange because he's a professional teacher, he spent his whole life since he was 7 years old. He was training to be a teacher in the monastery. So I thought, well, he must be my heart teacher because he looks like a heart teacher. And then he said, maybe not, he told me, you go meditate. And in your meditation, you do Golden Room. You think about who's the person who helped your inner life the most, And I went and I meditate. And I realized it was somebody else, It was somebody I met when I was 17 years old, And I realized this was my heart teacher. And so I never forgot that. The person who helped you the most with your inner life, who improved your inner life the most, This is your heart teacher. And maybe they don't look like a teacher. And maybe they don't look like, they don't come from monastery, or they don't come from temple, or they don't come from a church. Maybe it's somebody else in your life. So I think you have to meditate about it. I think when they come to the golden room, you will say, that they look like they belong in the golden room. You know, they look like they are fitting the golden room very nice. You know, it's like a nice dress or a nice suit. You know, this golden room fits them very well. You know, and so don't be in a rush about your heart teacher. Don't try to decide. It's like getting married, you know. So you don't have to decide fast. You know, think about it carefully. Spend some time meditating on it, and in your meditation, the answer will come. Okay, in your meditation, the answer will come. And if you didn't meet them yet, don't rush it. Don't feel bad. By the way, you don't have to go Himalayas and get diarrhea 500 times to find the heart teacher, okay? Probably it's somebody who's in your life already. Probably it's somebody in your life, you know? And if you don't have a heart teacher, you can bring them to you by doing the golden room meditation. Golden room meditation is like the flower for the bee. Okay, when you do the golden room meditation regularly, it's like a flower opens up, and heart teachers in the world, they're like a bee, you know. And when they see, somebody's doing golden room meditation, they will come to you. Okay, you don't have to look for them. You don't have to travel to other countries, or you know, you can plant the seed, plant your heart teacher. Is much cheaper than traveling around the world and looking for a heart teacher. Okay, then how to plant the heart teacher is to be a DCI teacher. Okay, so actually you guys are doing the most smart seed. How to plant good teachers in your life is you joined SCIM. I know it's expensive. I know it's difficult. I know it's exhausting. It's exhausting for you and for us, the professors also. I know it's difficult. And they say, what my yoga teacher said, huh? What did my yoga teacher say in New York?
Every time I don't want to do it.
No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. No fun, no yoga. Okay, no pain, no gain. No fun, no yoga. Okay, if you don't, but in the old Tibet, in the old text, they say, "Lopa lopa duna do, dewa duna kemisi, dewa chungla chapai, dewa chambo keba chambo toming yor." How's to translate that? When the student is studying during their study time, they should suffer. Lopa do not do. Keva do not do misi. Dewa do not kemisi. If you want to be comfortable, relax, get enough sleep, you cannot be a great teacher. It's not going to happen. Dewa do not kemisi. Dewa chungla chabai. If you get attached to small pleasures, like pizza, all the time, not today, but if you're attached to small pleasure, like, I want enough sleep, or, I don't want to work so hard. If you're attached to being comfortable, I don't want to think about the diamond mining, it's uncomfortable. If you're attached to being comfortable, Dewa chunla chapai, Dewa chamba tomiyong. If you're attached to small pleasures, you will never taste the ultimate pleasure. Okay, it's a very beautiful verse. Okay, so work hard, and now you guys are teachers, and you know when you get a SCIM certificate from Seiji, you earned it. You know, you really earned it. You know, and it's not like those kind of fake courses. You go there and somebody talks for 2 hours and they give you a certificate. You know, you guys, you worked hard for this certificate. So I bow down to you, and you are really great. You are very, very great courage to come here, to come to these classes, to finish these classes. And then don't forget the second part of that verse, right? My yoga teacher. No fun, no yoga. Okay. No fun, no wisdom. Okay. No pain, no gain. No fun, no wisdom. Okay. If you gotta have fun, and then that's real wisdom. Okay. All right. I look forward to seeing you guys in level 4. It's coming up, and I look forward to seeing you at SCIM. And I look forward to teaching together with you because you're a teacher. Yay. Thank you, guys.
Yay, thank you, Geshe-la. Thank